Howdy. Let's jump right into this question real quick. I'm curious about opinions on pregnant women dating. My partner and I had a nasty split after 6 years. I'm 14 weeks and I feel so awkward, but I need to at least go on a date or something. I'm not over my partner and I know I'm not exactly ready to venture out yet. I'm just wondering what to expect. I've only been with one guy, so I'm extremely nervous about if and when I'm ready to be sexually active. So there's a lot there. Let's leave aside the pregnancy part for just a minute. Having come off a bad breakup from a long-term relationship, you're going to be more raw and more vulnerable, and that is going to taint anything you try to get into right now. Some folks are going to be okay with that. Objectively, a lot of folks are not going to be okay with that. Like in their conscious decision making, they're going to decide that they don't want to be your temporary step until either you go back to your boyfriend or your partner, I guess, or they don't want to be the person you clung on to like a life raft until you healed up a little bit and then realized you don't really like them so much, and then you moved on. And then subconsciously, since that is such a concern, people kind of don't want to get into that. Subconsciously, you'll discover people will resist people who feel like they've got a lot going on emotionally. They don't want to get sucked into sort of a morass. So I don't know you or your situation or how you project or your personality, but you may discover that people are resistant to date someone who is just fresh off a breakup. You may find it's just fine, but just be aware that that is a reaction you're going to get. Also, this is a fine time for you to heal up a little bit. There's no problem with you kind of taking a break. And I guess what I'm trying to say is it sounds like you feel motivated to get out there and start dating again. Be sure that that motivation comes from a place of desire to get out there and start dating as opposed to some sort of anxiety, like, boy, if I'm not with someone, maybe there's something wrong with me, or I don't feel right if I don't have someone. Just be sure that you're dating someone out of desire and not fear or social pressure or what have you. So just be aware of that. Be clear on that for yourself. Kudos to you for being willing to get out there while you're uncomfortable and feeling awkward and maybe not your best, or maybe not as if this is perfect. That's great. A willingness to be uncomfortable and awkward is going to absolutely serve you. So that's great. I loved your willingness to get out there. Hold on to that. Get clear for yourself about why you're doing it. As far as being pregnant, your actual question, you're going to want to be upfront about it. You're going to want to even be up not only on your online dating profiles or just people that you're messaging, but even people you actually meet. If they haven't been told, you should bring it up, because not everyone is willing to ask. And even people who should know may not quite have registered that you're pregnant. They might just think that you've got some sort of effervescent glow and not really know why. So just be sure you're upfront about it. It's going to save you, not only is it ethical, it's going to save you a lot of heartbreak on the back end when you discover that you've been spending a lot of time and energy on someone and they find out that you're pregnant and now they're not interested anymore. No reason to put yourself through that, so go ahead and be upfront about it. You're going to find that there are some people out there who are going to want to take advantage of you or see this as an opportunity to take advantage of you. There's going to be some people who they're sort of emotionally predatory, and they're going to see your pregnancy and your recent breakup as a way to sort of have like some emotional leverage on you. You're going to need to use your intuition to sort of pull those people out. You're also going to find some people who just are very attracted to the idea that since you've broken up recently and since you're pregnant, maybe you need saving. So they're going to jump in with like a rescuer mode and try to put you in a victim position and them in a rescuer position, and everything's going to be about how they're going to save you. keep an eye out for that kind of behavior or that kind of positioning or that kind of talk. It's not that that's necessarily awful or the worst. It's just probably not going to produce an actually healthy relationship. Some folks out there have a bit of a kink about pregnant women. Maybe that's good. Maybe that works out for you. You probably want to stay away from those who have truly fetishized it, where this is their only thing and they actually need it. There's a difference between liking it and needing it. Someone who needs it might be someone who doesn't like you later, because this was the only reason they were attracted to you. So be aware. But yeah, if you find someone who thinks it's just great, then great. Many women report that the sex feels different, and a number of women even report that it's better, or they even prefer it. There are even men who also like it better. They like that pregnant sex more. It just feels different. There is a wealth of ideas about positions and technical stuff like that. You've got the internet. I'm sure you can figure that all out. It should be safe in a normal pregnancy. It should be totally fine to have sex all the way through, basically. Of course, you're going to want to talk to your doctor about all of that, and of course make sure that you don't have any special complications that would make sex not a good idea. And because now you're making decisions for two, you're going to want to be extra careful of any STDs. Not all of them transmit to your baby, but regardless, you still are going to want to be extra careful. So that's what I've got for you. Be well, and if you want to talk more, there's a link in the show notes. Thanks.